On Monday, I attended my biometrics appointment for my UK citizenship application, and I thought I would just run you through my experience of setting up an account, booking an appointment, uploading my documents, and attending the biometric appointment itself. So this is just my experience. If you do have any questions, make sure you reach out to the UKVCAS, who will be able to answer those for you. If you're new to my channel, I'm Kat from Kat's Gone Global, and I do videos on moving to the UK, London, and travel. This is the third video in my series about UK citizenship. However, the biometric appointment process does apply to other visa types and applications. This one is about applying within the UK. So if you're applying outside the UK, there are different processes, and I cannot comment or give you my experience on those. So make sure that you check out your country's website if you're not applying in the UK. And if not, like I said previously, reach out to the UKVCAS. There will be a few more videos in this series, but they will come out a bit later. So make sure that you hit the notification bell to see what it's like to go through a British citizenship ceremony if I'm approved, hopefully, and applying for my British passport and my experience doing that. Before we get started on the biometric process, let's just cover off the difference between UKVI and UKVCAS. So UKVI is the United Kingdom Visa and Immigration Department. They're the ones making the decision on your application. They're the ones that are providing all the documents and information so that you have the support to fill out that. They're the ones that you should be calling if you have any questions about your application, so they can guide you in the answers. And most importantly, if you want a faster decision and your visa is eligible for it, then that's where you want to be paying the money for super priority. Now, not all visas are eligible for this, like naturalization or citizenship, which I'm applying for right now, doesn't have this option, so it's standard only, and that's the only option that you're provided. But if your visa is lucky enough, you'll see a few options, and I will show you that quickly in the payment screen in a moment. UKVCAS is the UK Visa and Citizenship Application Service. This is run by a third-party company called Sephora Stereo, and this is where you will book your biometric appointment, you will upload your documents, and you attend one of their facilities to upload your biometric information, and they will officially submit your application. So if you have any issues with booking biometric appointments or any like technical issues on their website, make sure you give them a shout. I'll leave their information in the description below. That's basically where you're booking all your appointments and going through all of that fun process of getting your picture taken and your fingerprints and stuff like that. Before we jump over to the UKVCAS side, I just wanted to cover the UKVI side. So when you get to the payments page of your application, you will be presented with options. Now, these options will depend based on your visa. For example, let's jump over to my screen and I'll show you. So as you can see, the UK citizenship application doesn't have any additional options. It's just you've got this one service, which is standard. If you've got a visa that has more options for decision making, this is where it will be in the application. So it'll either say standard or super priority. I'm not aware of any other options, and you'll be able to choose which one you want here. I'll leave a link in the description below of the UK processing time, so you can see what to expect for your visa type and if they update it. But yeah, this is where making a decision is important if you particularly want to know your answer sooner rather than later, unless you're like me and don't have an option. When you have paid for your application, you will then be sent to this payment confirmation page, and it'll just give you the details saying that your payment has been confirmed. At the bottom, there will be another green box which you click. I'll put the screen recordings on top of this, and then it will take you to a further actions page. The further actions page is where you can download the decorations, which you could do in some of the previous steps, but also it has the button to book your UKVCAS appointment or your biometric appointment. So once you get to this screen, just like press the book appointment. It will say that you're leaving the website or something like that and being redirected to the third-party website, as you can see on my screen. And then from there, you will be redirected to the UKVCAS website. The first page that you'll be presented with is get your access code. So this is where you get the code to start the setup of your account. So press that button, and this will send you to your email address that you registered your application with, and then wait for the code. Once you've received your access code, go back to the screen, you put in your access code with your password that you want, and then it'll establish a password for your email address. Once you've done that, it then will take you to a log-on screen, or at least did for my case, and I put in my details and then put the password in and then logged on. You were then taken, or at least I was taken, to a home page which explained the booking of the appointments, the extra services and stuff they offered. And if you keep scrolling through, you'll get the book appointment button at the bottom. I just pressed that, and then that took me to the booking appointments page. So once you're happy, just press book an appointment, and then you'll get choose a service point or location, and it will give you some details here, and then enter your postcode. It will give you some of the closest centers here and these ones that are available to book. And then it goes down to say, please select a service point. So these are all the service points that you could potentially select. So choosing a service appointment will be based on your location. So when you get here, depending on where you live, it'll alter it for that. So if you live in Cardiff, it'll give you details for Cardiff, for example. So there are 7 core centres around the UK in different cities, and the one core centre in London is Croydon, so I'm going to try and get an appointment there, but if I can't, then I will see what the other application centres look like. So we then go back to the screen and select a service appointment. Choose your appointment. So I really don't want one next week. So maybe Thursday the 29th. Okay, so once you go through, it'll then tell you if there are appointments available, and it'll give you a price if there is additional prices associated to this. So as you can see, Thursday the 29th of August has a £50 one, a £100 one, not ideally what I want to spend my money on. So let's see if there are any free appointments. Okay, in September there look to be some free appointments. So depending on what you want to do and how quickly you want to get your application done, then you could check a few weeks in advance. Once you click checkout, you will get taken to the upload documents page, which I will go into detail in a second. But that is booking the appointment. So make sure that you upload your documents before your biometric appointment comes along, so you don't have to pay any of the additional fees. I have finished uploading all of my documents to the website, so I'll show you what I've done in a second. But one of the biggest things that I found a bit confusing is there is no guidance from UKVCAS or UKVI on where you're supposed to put them. So these are all assumptions that I have made. I assume that they're pretty much correct because I know the process in and out quite well, but you know, it might not 100% meet what they expect. So I'm not entirely sure is what I'm saying. But let's jump over to my screen and I will show you what I've done. Okay. In mandatory documents, I have got my proof of application, which is just my passport, because that's what it states that I need to put here. So that's what I've done. Okay, in other documents, I have put my referees. I won't show you the documents because I've put their names in there, but that is just where, yeah, I thought they went. As residents in the UK, I have put my letter, which was my approval letter for my indefinite leave to remain, and then I've put my BRP card with my indefinite leave to remain there. Finances, I have put my P60s from 2014 to 2019. Proof of business, I don't have any proof of business. Life events, same. Medical information, same. Employment, so here I have put 2 employment letters and also 1 HMRC letter from 2018 from my indefinite leave to remain application. I decided not to get another one. And then proof of identity and travel history, I put my Excel spreadsheet that covers all of the dates I've had outside the UK, my current passport and my old passport, which includes all of the pages from the passport. So it's the front page and then all the stamps within there. And then the next one I have is educational, and I put my life in the UK pass notification in there. So yeah, that's basically all of the documents in the upload format. Hopefully that's helped you kind of think about where yours should go, and let me know in the comments below if you've done something different. Once you've finished booking the appointment, you'll receive 2 emails. One will be the tax invoice and one will be the booking confirmation. You need to take the booking confirmation to your appointment with you, and this will be the #1 thing that will track you through your biometric appointment. So it's really important. You can either print it or you can take it on your phone, but you do need to have a copy available. So I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. As you can see, it has a QR code and information about you and your appointment, and that's basically it, so nothing too exciting. Apart from that, you need to take the documents that are required within your application. So for this one, I took the UK citizenship documents that I did in this video, and that was basically all I took to the appointment with me. When I arrived at the biometric center, I was greeted by a security guard, and he requested that I give my booking confirmation and my passport. I provided both of these to him. Once he was happy, I was sent to the receptionist. The receptionist then used the barcode and told me what floor I needed to go to. Once I had done that, I had to go through security. So I just took off my jacket, put my phone and wallet and stuff into a container, and then walked through the metal detectors. I then went to the floor that my appointment was at and I was advised to go to. And then I was greeted by another staff member who gave me a ticket number, and that ticket number was to be used during the process. So once I got my ticket number, I was asked to be seated, and there would be 2 phases of the ticket. So basically you go up and do your biometrics, and then you sit back down, and then you go and do your documentation. So when I was called, there was a couple of people called up with me, and basically they have these booths that record your biometrics with no human interaction. So the only way that I can describe them is like the passport e-gates. So when you go through the e-gate and you scan your passport and it takes a photo and then lets you through, that's basically how these biometric systems were, except they just took a bit more information. So he stood there and explained how it worked. So he grabbed one of the ladies' confirmation with a QR code, and then that was scanned in the passport section. That brought up the details of her biometric appointment, and then, or mine when I did mine, and then you press continue. From there, it asks you to put in your passport. So you slide in your passport and you hold it down until it gets a copy of your passport. You then press next and it will take a photo of you. The photo process is probably the lengthiest process of all of it. It basically takes forever to get a photo. It's very, very picky. So it goes through all of these things being like, I'm not happy with this and I'm not happy with that. And then you look down and then it's going red all over the place because it's not happy that you're looking down to see what you're doing wrong. And then eventually you'll get a photo. The next thing is to record your fingerprints. So you record your fingerprints first and you press down until it's happy. And then you record your thumbprint and you do that for both hands. Once that's done, you then sign on this like signing thing. It doesn't record your signature that well, but the Home Office apparently accepts that it doesn't. So yeah, that's fine. once you've done that, you walk back out to the waiting room until your number is called again. Then another representative will come and collect you, and they will be the person or one of the people that will go through your application and your documents and your biometrics. So the first thing, again, they ask for is that confirmation sheet with a QR code and your passport. So they will scan that in, it'll bring up all the details of that and your application. So from there, he then went into discussing my fingerprints. So apparently I have a scar on this finger, which I had no idea. And I had to document that I have a scar on this finger. So if you have any issues with your fingerprints, they will have to explain what it is. The next thing he did was scan my passport again, so my current passport, and uploaded that to my application. And then he just quickly scrolled through what I had put in there. So he's like, you've put a life in the UK test on here and a few other documents, but he didn't check a single one of my documents. And then it was, are you happy with the application and the documents you've put in your biometrics? And you have to state yes, and then they will submit the application for you, and that will be the process that triggers your application to start being approved. When I say approved, I mean a decision being made. I'm hopeful that my application will be approved, which is why I say approved, but you never know because each application is different. And if you do have any issues, make sure that you reach out to an immigration lawyer or UKVI if you have any questions about the application processes, because immigration law can be complicated. Hopefully my experience has given you an understanding of what you could potentially expect. Make sure that you keep up with the UKVCAS and UKVI websites to see if there are any changes. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, as I will be doing more videos as part of this mini-series, which is about UK citizenship. To watch the videos that have already come out, they will be popping up now. And I will be covering my UK citizenship ceremony and my UK passport application. That's if my application is approved. Fingers crossed. Give me a like if you think I will be approved for citizenship. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next video.